Okay, so it's time for another review it video. It's your opportunity to voice your opinion on whether or not you'd like to see some of these products on the channel. These are things I'm considering making a request to get and showing you on the channel, but I'm not 100% sure if I should or not. So I'm going to be relying on your comments below as to the level of interest on these things. So I'm just going to go ahead and just jump right into all these things here. We're going to start off with the new Eachine Wizard TS130. It looks like this is a shrunken down version of the, I think, a TS215, the 5-inch version of this sort of a similar size frame here, kind of a mini floss, micro floss. It's a 3-inch frame here. I think it's got some pretty big motors on here. Let's see what kind of motors we got here. Some 1507, 4100 kV motors. So yeah, this one looks like it's going to be really fast. Some 3056 propellers. It's got a Fox ear camera too for the FPV cameras. That's pretty good. $130 is not a bad price. So for I believe this is pre-built. It's not a kit. I don't see the words kit anywhere here. Pictures look pretty interesting. Good motors, good camera, 20 amp 4AC F4 flight controller, smart audio VTX 200 milliwatts. All pretty decent stuff here. I think it's probably worth a look. But here's some more pictures for you. I think it's an XT30 in the back there, yeah. It's plug and play, so it doesn't come with a receiver. It looks like the stack is a 20 by 20 stack, so that's going to be all normal. Bottom up battery. So if you guys are interested in me having you take a look at this on the channel, let me know. The next one I want to take a look here is the SBC Maker K1. Some of you guys were asking me to take a look at this. There's actually two of these. There's the K1 and the K2. And so interesting is that SBC Maker is selling this on Banggood for a little bit more than on their own site. So these are both HD recording micros. So they have the, I think it's a Split Mini version 2, and they're both 2-inch based on the Avon, I think the micro blur prop. And so this one here, let's see here, we got basically a single stack in this one, and you got some 1105 6000 kV motors, obviously a single board for the camera, and a 20 by 20 stack for the, you got your 409 AC, flight controller, and video transmitter here. So it's a nice little compact package. Pretty sure this is going to be bottom mounted battery. Yeah, so if you're looking for HD video from the Split Mini 2 in a 2-inch tiny form factor, this might be a nice little park flyer recording HD video at the park, something like that. And I think the K2 is also pretty similar, a little more expensive, and this has the dual stack setup here. So stretched a little bit stretched out here in the body, H-style frame. I think it's the same motors. They have the 1105 6000 kV, same 2-inch props, same Split Mini 2, but you have a dual stack instead of a single stack, so it's going to be a little more low profile. So you got your ESC, you got your video transmitter, flight controller, and then a single Split Mini board. So another, probably no props in view in this one for sure. And not sure about if the video transmitter is smart audio or not. Hopefully they fixed that by now. But again, Split Mini 2 1080p video. If you guys are interested in seeing this, let me know. Okay, moving on. There's this new charger that's out. That's kind of similar to the ISDT chargers, but comes in at a pretty decent price point, about $120, 800 watts, 30 amps. Obviously, it's all touchscreen based here, so yeah, I believe it's a touchscreen. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it looks really interesting. Obviously, smart charger, similar features. It's going to show you things like internal resistance and how many you can adjust, how many amps are going to go into the battery, etc., etc. I believe it does require an external power supply here. You see input here of 7 to 32 volts, so probably you can use one of those power supplies that, like 24 volt power supply would be pretty good, or you can use like a 6S LiPo if you want to take this out to the field. Obviously, I would have to take a closer look at this, but if you're interested in seeing this, yeah, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so this is another one that some people were asking about, was this, if I was going to review this or not, the Eachine VR-D3. I have a feeling that a lot of people are probably going to review this anyway, so I might be reviewing this. So if you have an interest in this, let me know. Also, let me know if you have questions about this too, because it's kind of interesting. I think it's got a 3-inch screen, so I think it's based off of the same screen on the VR06. I like that screen, even though some people don't like that. But this has a built-in DVR, it's got true diversity, and I think it's got some sort of interesting, yeah, right here, this telescopic thing where I guess you can adjust the focus here by moving the basically the outer part of the goggle in and out, so to adjust your focus. So that might be interesting. Not sure what kind of DVR is in here, but yeah, it's a 3-inch 900 by 600 screen. So actually, that might be more resolution than on the VR06, so I might actually like that even better. So we'll have to see. Let me know if you guys have any questions about this, and if you want to see this on the channel. And then there's this other frame that I saw here. It's $35. There's a, I think there's a 5-inch version, 226 millimeters, and a 6-inch version at 260 millimeters. And I believe this is a clone or something similar to the Rooster, I believe. It's got these separated arms here. Chameleon Rooster, something of that sort. But yeah, I had some people asking me about this, if I was going to look at it. I wasn't really sure if there was that much interest in it. So let me know in the comments below. Okay, we got this new flight controller from Dell RC. It's an F7 with a dual gyro, so you can use either the MPU 6000 gyro or the ICM 32K gyro. I think you can use one or the other and switch back and forth. Kind of interesting. It's not too expensive, about $43, but it's got a lot of features. So if you guys are interested in seeing a review on this one, let me know, and I can make a request to take a closer look at it, maybe put it into a build. Okay, so now we're going to move on to a bunch of like micro airplanes, because I know that some of you guys have around from my channel from the very beginning, you know, watched some of the airplane videos, and I kind of went away from that for a little bit. But now, a lot of these new sort of interesting small micro airplanes are coming out now. I'll explain that in a second here, but this first one is interesting. It comes with some goggles. It's a smartphone controlled little micro airplane, and so you can do FPV with it, I believe. It's only $120, it's not too bad. I heard this is pretty interesting. You can actually control the drone, the airplane, with your phone and get FPV back. And then I think I'm not exactly sure if it's 5.8 gigahertz FPV or not, but apparently there's some goggles that go with this. So this is kind of interesting. So if you guys are interested in having me check this out, let me know. There's another micro airplane, 2 brush motors in the back, and it's a pusher. So this is like I think this is like a model of the Predator drone. But what's interesting about these new micro airplanes that are coming out now, they have stabilization built in, so it's going to be really good for beginners. So I thought I'd start checking some of these out, because they're going to be like mostly 3-channel operation, usually just throttle and roll or something like that. Just not really a whole lot to think about in terms of flying around, but I heard that because of stabilization they fly pretty good. So obviously 1S brushed motors, and you know, obviously park flying here. Nothing too fancy, but I think these would be interesting to check out, because they would be good for people that are just starting out or have never flown anything before. So this is one model I was considering getting. This is another model here. This is obviously not a beginner one. This, I think, is an FPV wing. Yeah, this is made by King Kong LD-ARC, and it's being sold as a plug-and-play, but it doesn't come with the FPV system. So it comes with, I think it comes with the motors, of course, and the servos, but you don't get a charger or the FPV camera or the video transmitter in this particular package. So things you have to add to this one if you want to fly this one FPV. But there's some, you know, it's interesting. The lights here, the camera in here has got this nice polycarbonate pod that's probably going to be fairly crash resistant. I'm pretty sure they're making that pretty tough. Pusher motor back here. It's a 2205 motor, if I remember right. I think they're recommending like a 3-cell battery or 4-cell battery. It's a 2205 2500 kV, so probably 3-cell battery for this one. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing this, let me know. Okay, so here's another one, another airplane from Banggood. This is called the Sea Eagle, 3-channel. It's kind of like a little micro Cub style airplane. So just 3-channel, obviously just rudder and elevator in the back, no ailerons. And I believe this one also has stabilization. So it's 1S brushed, you know, fairly inexpensive, about $65. Includes the radio, so it's ready to fly. It's going to come with the remote control, and you're going to get the plane and a battery and a charger. And apparently this one has an option for FPV, where you can, I guess you can put a camera here in the front. It's not included, but if you want to buy your own separate all-in-one camera, for example, a micro camera, you can probably stick that in there. So I think I might actually look into that if you guys decide to have me review this. So let me know if you would be interested in something like that. Okay, here's another micro airplane. This one's from GearBest, the Volantix RC761, another 3-channel sort of Cub style airplane, and it's let's see if there's any pictures down here. No pictures down here. Let's see, here we got, yeah, it's just basically dihedral wing. Probably has stabilization in it, so this one's a little unclear as to what, if it includes a transmitter. That's $57, but it doesn't say. It says there's a control distance of 100 meters, 3 channels. Okay, here we go. So airplane, battery, transmitter, accessories, manual. So yeah, it's ready to fly. It includes battery and transmitter. So if you guys are interested and have me check this out, let me know. And then one last airplane. This one is the WL Toys F959. This one is like a glider pusher type airplane. So let's see, any pictures down here. So basically, it's like, you know, I'm not exactly sure how big this is. It doesn't really have any dimensions. I don't think you imagine it's that big. I think it's a brushed motor, and it's 3-channel operation with rudder and elevator in the back. Although it does show cutouts for ailerons here, but no servos. I believe this also has gyro stabilization in there. So a lot of these with the stabilization now will have like self-leveling, keep the plane in the air for those guys that are beginners. So yeah, there you go. So it doesn't look too big. It looks like about maybe about 3 foot wingspan, maybe 36 inches. Yeah, I don't know if it includes lights or not. Didn't see any lights in the other pictures. This one looked interesting. I believe it includes the transmitter. It probably should. The propeller's folding. Oh, so it does have lights. So there's LEDs here, and I thought I saw a plug over here. Now there's a plug here on the wing, so I'm assuming that there's LEDs on the bottom. So that'd be kind of cool for night flying. Yeah, here we got some servos here, receiver, and the LEDs there. I see a battery. Okay, so it does include a 4-channel transmitter. So this runs off of a 2S LiPo, not 1S. And it goes to the charger. Here's a look at the transmitter. It's a pretty nice little package. I think it's only 3-channel operation. I don't see anything here about ailerons, although the radio can do 4 channels. This one probably doesn't have servos for the ailerons. I just don't see that anywhere. But I'm pretty sure this has stabilization in it as well. Let's see what it says here. So we got the airplane, transmitter, charger, manual. And it doesn't say a whole lot about other features. So it's an N60 motor. I'm not sure if that's a brushed or a brushless motor, honestly. A lot of these descriptions on GearBest are pretty sparse, so it's a little hard to tell. Yeah, so I'll have to wait till I get it and fly it. So let me know if you guys are interested in this, and if you are, then I'll go ahead and make a request for it. Anyway, so that's just a roundup lately of some of the things I've been kind of looking at, and I wanted to see if you guys are interested in it. If you guys are, let me know, and I'll take all those comments down below into account for future videos, and hopefully if there's interest, I'll bring those out to you. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.